Well, all right, we're back again, guys. Strep throat, but I can't stay away from it because I love ya. I love ya. I'm gonna be probably coughing phlegm. Those of you watching this, you'll probably see something splat the fucking camera. Adult content, by the way. So I gotta start saying the adult content before we open this up. I keep screwing up, but we're gonna do better for you guys. Coming live from my 7.3 liter pickup truck, running errands and working today, and that's the background noise. And we're gonna get this the Up and In show, guys. I wanted to talk, this one, not getting too personal, but I wanted to talk about my divorce, my separation. And I think it partakes into most people's lives with their ideas, with their alternative lifestyle design, but in business ventures, I think that we need to really be careful. And we gotta calculate and figure these things, identify them. And I think that sometimes these separations happen for a reason. It's neither good nor bad, it just happens. But it's a separation of viewpoint, of perspective in life. And I think that you would live a horrible life giving to others, doing something that you don't want to do, and over compromising. So I want to talk a little bit about that today, so let's get in it. Welcome to another edition of Up and In It. I'm your host, Adrian Babashoff. And if you're new here, welcome as well. And if you're wondering what the show is about, it is dedicated to creating an alternative lifestyle design that improves quality of life for people and the planet. Exploring alternatives to the daily grind through liberation and independence, moving you from surviving to thriving. And we'll see if we can do this today. Living life raw. Hey, we didn't cough. Let's go ahead and wash that down though, just in case, so I don't, like I said, I don't splatter you, coat you guys. There, we got some water. So I lost my relationship, guys, and I think that this is something that could happen in the entrepreneur world. This could happen when you get wind of how to save the planet, of practices such as permaculture, which is basically farming in harmony with nature. So you basically start seeing how you can repair the planet and why things should be done this way. You see proof of concept, people actually doing it, and it fucks you up because you know that there's a different way to live. When you see business, your lifestyle design, that's what I'm trying to portray in my show. You see a whole different way of living, but yet the other person doesn't. They want you to be in the rat race. They want you to do what society tells you should do, how you should work, how you should have your house, how you should eat, think, fuck, sleep, laugh, everything. And it's, I'm not saying nobody's got a gun to anybody's head, but it is pretty weird when you do something different and people, it goes out of the norm. But out of the unnormal is where most good things happen. All new things are discovered. Inventions are made. And in my case, I think, my opinion is that a better lifestyle is actually built. And I'm experiencing that. And unfortunately, in my relationship, I would have had to work like a dog, keep fucking going, doing the normal thing. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to simplify my life. And that was too complicated for the Xbox. It was something she didn't want to do. Plus you had someone like me with added on that I want to change my life with money and everything else and live simple. Not only that, I know how to save the planet. I know things that the way life should be for me. And pretty much I try to stay away from absolutes, but absolutes for most people, dude. We should not be using so much plastic. It's unnecessary. There are easy hacks, which you guys are gonna learn in my show, of how you could, I just took in some cans, right? And I got it some propane. I took my cans in and I have them in little plastic bins. And the guy was telling me that California came in and told them, hey, you guys can't have garbage here anymore. If you do, you're gonna have to pay for it. And we wanna know where it came from and all this stuff. Because I guess people are putting spray cans and just, they're fucking things up. But just like grocery shopping, you don't have to fucking go buy a bag. Yes, it's a pain in the ass to bring your own, but in the long run, you're doing your part to save the planet. And in short, the Xbox, what I come to find out from my daughters is, she's just all back into that world of not having to live the shitty world I guess I'm in, where everything needs to be green, everything needs to be organic. It's like, okay, what's the big deal about organic, and healthy fucking foods and not using chemicals and pesticides and shit like that. It's very important, but each to their own. That separated my life, but we separated, and it was probably I would say from this point in, not to get too personal, probably one of the worst things that's ever happened to me in my life was getting in a relationship and then getting out. Financially, it fucking hurt all the way across the board. But in contrast to that, I don't want to Debbie down you guys. I want to say that it's probably one of the best things because I've gained financial freedom. I've gained way more freedom in my life. I've got way more time, even though I am a single father now, you know, and I do support my kids almost entirely with money. So yeah, again, I don't want to get into personal details, but yeah, I've stepped up. I'm the fucking man. I'm the dude. I do not back down. But I want to warn you guys, when you start living in the simple life and you start to calm things down and you start to live by the rules that you think and that you make, or maybe no rules, you just start living free, it's very addictive. And I think that it can screw your life up in a good way, because I think I'm going to do a podcast called Unfuck Yourself. And I think that's what happens, I feel, in my life that I want to share with you guys, is I've unfucked myself. I don't have all the fucking bullshit, I don't have all of it figured out, but I've got so much stuff that's automated in my life, things that are streamlined, unnecessary tasks and things under control where I don't do them anymore, and I'm experiencing less stress. And then I look at other people sometimes, like the Xbox, not to point anybody out in particular, but other people too, and they seem like they're having a good time, and then wham, something big hits them and it sucks, and they're in a world of hurt, you know. And whereas me, I still get things that hit me, but I've got plans and I've got money behind me and things that, no matter what, the ball keeps rolling for me, and it feels really good. I'm not trying to pump myself up. So look how cool I am. I don't give a fuck about being cool, guys, or I'm not here to sell you fucking anything other than to transfer the belief to you that there is a different lifestyle, there's a different way to live, and it's very contagious. It says when you get into things like permaculture, and you start seeing how they're regreening the desert, how they're making so much shit happen, feeding lots of people with natural ways of engineering the planet, you know, in harmony with nature. Like, it doesn't have to be this way. And then you see people, it's hard to live because it just looks like most people are just pulling their pants down and taking a shit on the earth. And you're like, oh my God, guys, we don't have to do this. We can do something different. And they don't care. And it makes you feel like you're living with pigs, you know, or just sad, negative people. You know, I was telling my daughter yesterday that she says she just wants to be like a mountain woman. She wants to be a Chris McCandless, you know, and into the wild, like take off and do her shit. And I told her, why is that? I says, it could possibly be that you see how most people have to struggle and work and do things. And I think that's terrifying. It's terrifying to me, and I think it's to my daughters that she's looking smart enough to go, I don't want to live that way. I don't want to, you know, have a stroke midway through my life and be locked down to a cubicle, and, you know, that sucks. But as I told her, life doesn't have to be that way. I think a lot of people just follow suit because they think that that's what you're supposed to do. You know, I don't know whether it's 100% public education, your parents, religions, and it's just society, the government. I don't know. TV shows, movies, as we think that this is what happiness is supposed to be, this is what life is supposed to be. We all do it. Everybody's doing it, so why shouldn't I? Well, everybody's a unique fucking butterfly, all right? You're a unique fucking snowflake. And you've got designs, you've got ideas. And I say shame on you if you never tap into your imagination and the magic that you have in your mind, because everybody has different perspectives, right? And it doesn't mean that one person has all the answers. The magic of this is that people see things in different perspectives, and if you have the open eyes and you drop the ego and you open your eyes and your ears and your heart, you can discover new things from the most unlikely of places and people. Like, everybody has good information, man, every walk of life, and you can learn lessons from nature. Many things have been designed. It's called bioengineering, I think, biomimicry, I think it was, where they designed trains over fucking how birds fly and like how birds pierce the water and soundproofing things and just crazy stuff, dude. Crazy things. And if the systems, as I say all the time, are so fucking wonderful and so great, then why do we have so much pain and suffering, anxiety and stress and all these things in our life? You got to be like my daughter and look around you and ask yourself, is this what I want? Is this what I'm doing? Is this what I'm going to partake in? And is this what I'm going to support? And if you are, you know, hats off to you. I think it's great. I think maybe I might be irritating you and you're in the wrong place. But if you're the type of person that's questioning things and going, this just doesn't feel right, it doesn't look right, it doesn't sound right, you know, and I got questions. I'm not just going to buy into this. So if you do, you came to the right place, because that's the Up and In It show. Strep throat, guys. I can't stay away from you guys. I love you guys. The throat's actually really getting bad, so I got to quit. But I just wanted to dip my toe into your world and give you guys some, some stuff. So that's the Up and In It show, guys. Up and In It. Go check it out on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and wherever, blah, 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 blah. Up and In It. And I'm going to leave you guys with, go out there and have yourself a near-life experience. Don't lose your muchness. Carry on the fire. Human up. Live it. Love it. Own it. Bone it.